Math Module 2, Lesson 20. I can divide 2 and 3-digit dividends by 2-digit divisors with single-digit quotients and make connections to a written method. Make sure everything I do in the video you're doing in your workbook. If you need to pause the video to catch up, do it. If you need to rewind because you're kind of lost, please do. Good luck. Problem 1, 72 divided by 21. So we're going to put our dividend under the building and our divisor outside. So now we start with the long division. So 7 divided by 21, or how many 21s can fit into 7? I can't do it, so I'm going to put an X as that placeholder. So now let's think how many 21s can go into 72, or what is 72 divided by 21? So we're going to show some work over here, and we call this our toolbox, because this kind of helps me know my multiplication facts, because I don't know double digits very well. So let's try 21 times, all right, so 21 is close to 20. So 20, 40, 60. So let's try 21 times 3. So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, and then let's try 21 times 4, because I need to get as close to 72 without going over. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. So 4 is too many, so 3. Let's try 3. So because I'm dividing, 72 divided by 21, I put my 3 on top. So 3 times 21, well, I already know that because it's right here, is 63. So I divided, I multiplied, now I subtract. So I can't do 2 minus 3 because 3 is too big. So I've got to borrow. So that's now 6, and this is now 12. So 12 minus 3 is 9. 6 minus 6 is 0. So it's 3, remainder 9. So now we're going to check. Yep, we've got to check our work. So we're going to do the divisor, which is 21, times our quotient of 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So now I take my product I just got of 63 and I add my remainder, which is 9. 3 plus 9 is 12, right? The 2 carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. So does my final sum match my dividend? The answer is yes, so we're good to go. So my answer of 3 remainder 9 is the quotient for 72 divided by 21, because my dividend and my final sum needs to match. 94 divided by 43. So we're going to draw it. So we're going to do long division. 94 divided by, so that's my dividend. Divisor's 43. So how many 43s can fit into 9? Well, or 9 divided by 43 I can't do, so I'm going to put an X as a placeholder. So now I need to think 94 divided by 43, or how many 43s can go into 94. So I'm going to do my toolbox, which is just going to show my thinking. So I'm going to try 43 times 2, because 43 times 1 is 43. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Ooh. Well, if I do one more, 43 times 3, it's going to be way over 94, because 86 is pretty close to 94. So I'm going to put 94 divided by 43 is close to 2. 2 times 43, well, I already have that answer, which is 86. So I divided, I multiplied, so now I have to subtract. So 4 minus 6 I can't do, so I've got to borrow 8. And that makes it 14. So 14 minus 6 I can do, which is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. So it's 2, remainder 8. So now we need to check. Always, always, always check, because that's going to tell you if your answer is right or not. So here's my check. So I start with my divisor of 43. I multiply by my quotient, which just happens to be 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. So that's my product so far. So I write that, and then I have to add my remainder, which is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. I write the 4, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. So does my final sum match my dividend? Guess what? The answer is yes. So that tells me 2 remainder 8 is the quotient for 94 divided by 43. Make sure you showed all your work. 84 divided by 23. So the first thing we're going to do is put 84, my dividend, and then my divisor goes outside. So I need to think. 8 divided by 23, or how many 23s can fit into 8? Well, none. 8's too tiny. So now I need to think 84 divided by 23, or how many 23s can go into 84. So I'm thinking 23 is close to 20. So let's do my toolbox. So I'm going to say 23 times 4, because 20 times 4 is close to 80, if not 80. So 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1, or the 10, sorry. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Uh-oh, 92 is too high for 84. So let's try 23 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. So 69. So 92 is too much, so it's got to be 3. So I'm going to put 84 divided by 23 must be 3. 3 times 23, I already did the work. It's right here. So 69. Subtract, because I already divided. I multiplied. Now I have to subtract. I can't do 4 minus 9, because 9's too large, and 4 is too small. So I'm going to borrow from the 8, which makes it a 7, and this is now a 14. Yeah, that's a 4. I know you can't tell. So 14 minus 9 is 5. 7 minus 6 is 1. Hey, my remainder is less than my divisor. That's always a good thing. So we have a remainder, which is capital R, 15. So now we need to check our work. So we're going to put check mark. We always start with our divisor. I know. Times our quotient, which was 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. So that's my product so far. I start with my product. Then I add my remainder, which is 15. 9 plus 5 is 14. Carry the 10. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 84. Whoa, let's check. Does my new sum match my dividend? Guess what? The answer is yes. That means my answer of 3 remainder 15 for the quotient of 84 divided by 23 has to be correct. 57 divided by 29. So we're first going to put our dividend under the building, and then my divisor outside. So I need to think 5 divided by 29, or how many 29s can fit into 5. Well, 5's way too tiny, so we're going to put an X as a placeholder so I don't put a number there. All right, now I got to think 57 divided by 29, or how many 29s can go into 57. So let's do our toolbox over here. So 21 times 9 is 29. So let's try 29 times 2. 2 times 9 is 18. Write the 8, carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 58 is too large for 57. So it must be 1 29 can fit into 57. So 1 times 29 is 29. So now I subtract. 7 minus 9 I can't do because 9's too big. So that 5 now becomes a 4, and the 7 becomes a 17. So 17 minus 9 is 8. 4 minus 2 is 2. So it's 1 remainder 28. And see, my remainder is just 1 less than my divisor, so that still means it can be right. If my remainder was larger than the divisor, that means that I could go in one more time. All right, so now let's check. We always start with our divisor, which is 29, times my quotient, which is 1. So anything times 1 is 29. All right, now I take my product, which was 29, and I add my remainder, which is 28. 9 plus 8 is 17. I write the 7, carry the 10. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 57. Does it match? Yep. So that means my answer of 1 remainder 28 is the quotient for 57 divided by 29. Make sure you showed all your work.